Hello my friends, just recently I did an interview with my buddy Winston Williams. A lot of you guys will know him from the music at the end of my videos, you'll know him from the artwork of the cat avatars that I've started putting into some of my videos. And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you'll also know him as the artist behind the comic The Soul that I am writing that's going to be coming out within the next couple of months. And Winston and I wanted to come together and make this video for you because we've got some very special plans about how we'd like to include you guys into the creation of the comic itself, in a very literal sense. I just want to sum it up briefly before I start the interview with me and Winston where we talk all about it in more detail. Basically what it is this. We've created a Patreon account, and as with Patreon accounts, it involves with you donating money to help in the funding of the comic and blah blah blah. But what you get out of this is very different. For $4 or more a month, you actually get voting rights. You go into a special group of fans that at the end of each series there'll be a branching choice, option A or option B, and you guys will get to vote on it and decide what will happen. Should our main character kill the bad guy or should he show mercy? Should this couple stay together or should they break up? It's up to you. If you pledge $4 or more, you're part of that elite group that gets to vote on those things at the end of each series, and you can see the results of your voting and you're shaping the world that we're creating flow over into the next series and affecting the characters in the story. But you might be thinking, wait, I have to wait all the way till the end of the series before I can vote? Well, that's pretty lame. Well, if you pledge $10 or more a month, not only do you get the voting rights, you also are entered into a raffle where for each issue, someone is randomly chosen to actually be in the comic itself. How awesome is that? If you win, your face will actually appear on a character in the issue. Might be maybe just an extra in the background, it might be a character who's there for comic relief, or most likely you'll be getting murdered in some horrifically grisly way. Because we have a rule, at least one person dies in every issue. So for $10 or more a month, your name goes into that raffle, and if you're chosen, you are forever immortalized on page, so to speak. I'll link it below in the description if you want to go and give some money and become part of the comic universe that we're creating here. But like I said, the next issue will be free to download. So if you maybe want to wait and read that and then maybe decide whether you think it's worth your time or you giving any of your hard-earned money, that's totally fine as well, because it'll be free to download. So without any further ado, here is the interview between Winston and myself. Enjoy. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I have a special guest I want to introduce to you. A lot of you guys already know him. He is the Elvis Presley of the comic book industry, Winston Williams. Hi, Winston.
Oh man, I wish, man. Thanks a lot. How's it going, everybody? This is Winston
from Jozu Comics. He's also done the music that you hear at the end of my videos, and that I uploaded like the whole song because a lot of you guys requested that. Dude, how long did it take you to make that song?
Not that long. I mean, I kind of dibble and dabble on Fruity Loops. That's the program that I use to get it done. But I mean, I guess all in all, it only takes about a couple hours, maybe like 4 hours on and off. Because I mean, I'll just kind of get on it and then get back to it. The version that's on your channel was like the one right before kind of the finalized version, which is on my SoundCloud. The finalized one is actually what I want to use for an actual animated series, but you know, it's just an idea. I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to beat making. I just kind of just throw some sounds in there and just hope it sounds right.
I saw somebody in there because in that I said will hopefully be the theme song for the Soul comic, and someone said, I should call it Tech Ghost.
Tech Ghost sounds nice. I like
that. Sounds good. I like Tech Ghost. Yeah, but I get why she says that, because with the sound of it, that's kind of how it sounds. Like it's got the techno sort of edge to it, but it kind of sounds
eerie,
ghostly.
Yeah, it works. I like that a lot.
So for anyone who is not sure about what the Soul comic is, or you know when it's coming out or anything like that, we should probably just explain what it is. So basically, it's a comic coming out hopefully towards the end of the year, maybe a couple months. Like should hopefully be soon.
Yeah, it should be before the spring. Before the spring of 2015.
Yes. That's right. That's right.
that's the goal. Yeah, we want to definitely. The first issue is already available, but issue number 2 should be done before spring of 2015.
That's right. Yeah, yeah, and it should be free to download.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll link that to all the viewers here. And basically, it's about a shape-shifting cop in the future. It's like think like RoboCop, like that sort of city environment, mixed with like with like shape-shifting superpowers and nanotech-powered samurais from China. That sounds really weird, you know?
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work, definitely.
But it all fits together in a weird kind of way, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And
Very nice.
yeah, like one of the things I sort of took from RoboCop is like those exaggerated propaganda ads. So we're going to have that throughout them. And that was a lot of fun writing those.
Yeah, a lot of 80s, you know, buddy cop, you know, a little bit of crime drama in there, a little bit of a little bit of action, a little bit of CSI action, NYPD Blue. I mean, you name it. All of the you know, original, just, you know, buddy cop movies, or just anything that had like a ton of action from, like, you know, just 90s style, 80s and 90s style, mixed in with, like, you know, a lot of anime influence in there.
Yeah.
And just, you know, just overall old school action. Just we're bringing a lot of violence back and a lot of language, and, you know, just something that people want to see. Nothing really toned down or, you know, Disney-fied, as I like to call it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we were saying, you and I, we were saying just before that we're going to have a rule of at least one person dies in every issue. Oh, yeah.
There's going to be a lot of death.
So far, we've stuck to that rule. So, with the scripts and all that. So this is, and the Soul comic, that's something that has been like your dream project, and you told me you've been working on it for like years and years, and if people go to like your DeviantArt page, they can like see how the different characters have evolved over the time as you've like recreated them and redrawn them. And Derek looks a lot like you.
Yeah, I try to make him look like me. That was always kind of a running joke earlier on. Like when I first created him, like a long time ago, I was like, "Is that you?" I was always like, "Nah," but yeah, that's what I try to make him. I try to make him look like me, or how I want to look.
That seems to be a common thing with artists I've noticed. Like I have another friend who does animation, and like yeah, he had to work really hard at that because whenever he draw like a male character, everyone's like, "Oh, it looks like you." And he's like, no. So he had to like experiment with different things.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, but this is like, I mean, I've been on and off working on this thing for years, but I mean, the ball actually got rolling around 2012 when I met Leonardo Giron. He's another very talented artist on DeviantArt. And when I also met Donny Frank Morris, I collaborated with these guys, and without them, I mean, you know, the book wouldn't have even been made. So, you know, big special thanks to those guys for getting that done. But yeah, we had really, as far as production and everything, it's only been about the past 2 years where things have really, really gotten on point.
It's exciting, man. I'm really excited about it. Especially with some of the stuff that we got planned.
Oh, man. People, they're not ready. Nobody's ready for this. Nobody's ready.
So the reason that we're doing this video is because not only that, you know, to talk about the comic that's upcoming, what we're planning to do is we want to involve you guys in the story for the comic in a way unlike any other comic has done. Like, basically, you guys will remember how back when Jason Todd was killed, there was that vote in the Batman comic of does he live, does he die? We basically want to do the same thing at the end of every single series, where there'll be a branching choice, a significant choice, that you guys can vote on that will affect how the story will flow on in the next season, and maybe even, you know, other seasons after that. It's
like a vote mixed with a little bit of a choose your own adventure. Yeah. You never know. You never really know where it could be going. I mean, because, you know, it all depends on what the fans will sway the story arc into going with, which I think would be very interesting. And it's also interesting to see what the fans want to see.
Absolutely. And also, because kind of we're all working for free at the moment and just sort of running off the smell of an oily rag, we thought what we'll do is we'll put it on Patreon and we'll link it all sort of through there. And anyway, I'll let you describe it, Winston, because you know all the details much better than I do.
Yeah, on the Patreon account, it's basically a lot like Kickstarter, except it would be monthly subscription. So for like the lowest amount, you could get a digital download. So we'll put you on our newsletter, and then monthly we'll send you links so that you can download the digital file to read on. The file is compatible with iPad, iPhones, Android phones. You'd be able to read it on your computer as well, on your PC or your Mac. Yeah. And then from there, if you pledge a little bit more, you can get physical copies. We plan on having merchandise available,
I should,
clue cards, and everything.
I should probably point out as well, for everyone, the issue that's going to be coming out within the next few months, towards the end of the year. We're also arranging that to be free to download for all you guys. So if you guys want to like read the first issue first, get an idea of where it is, then decide whether it's worth your money, you totally can do that. But totally. The Patreon system that Winston's is that Winston is setting up is because the comic after that will be $1.99 per issue, yeah?
Yes.
Yep. So $2 a month that means it's automatic. So it's automatic, done. You get your link sent for the comic. You don't need to worry about like manually going and finding the comic each month. So that's what that is. The next one's $4 a month, yeah?
Yes, $4 a month will get you.
This is exciting.
$4 a month will get you the actual voting rights, which will put you on the list that you can decide what happens after each issue. So we'll give you a list of choices to choose from, and you'll be able to go online and then go to our poll and then choose from there, and then whatever's the winning vote at the end of the month, then it will definitely veer towards that happening. You'll be able to see it happen in the next issue.
Yeah, so that'll be at the end of each series. But what's the next one on Patreon? It was $8 a month, was it?
Yes. Let's see. I have to go on here. $8. You'll be able to receive a digital and physical copy of The Soul. So not only will you be able to get it,
in your as well, really.
Yeah, physical. Yeah, it's actually available in Houston, Texas. Definitely, there's a couple stores where it's available now. But as far as ordering it from Patreon, you'll be able to receive it in the mail. So it ships in the U.S. only for right now, because I'm not really too keen on all of the shipping prices worldwide. But we'll definitely be
super expensive.
Yeah, we'll definitely be able to ship it to you in the U.S. At that price, and you'll be a monthly subscriber. So even if after a while, if it gets a little bit late receiving it in the mail, you'll have the digital download to read from your email. So
for that one, you get the digital download, you get the hard copy, you get the voting rights, and you also, it puts you in a different category, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, with $10 a month, you'll be able to receive digital and physical subscriptions, and you'll be able to be entered in a monthly raffle to be featured as a character in the issue. And
that's what I'm really excited about.
and with everybody, with the winner for the raffle, in the issue, you never know what may happen to them. I mean, they could be comic relief. They may be an integral part of the story. Something tragic might happen to them. Something horrifying. I mean, we never know. It's just it just all depends on what we want to do. But
preferably a grisly death, I think, is the best.
Yes. Yeah, mainly, that'd be kind of like the fun aspect of it. I mean, you never know how you're gonna die. I would love to. Personally, I'd love to see myself get destroyed on page.
But your face is the main character, so we can't kill him.
That's right.
we'll have a vote on that. If people want you to die, then
hey, go.
People will be like, I don't like this main character. Switch to the other one. We'll be like, oh, sorry, man, gotta go.
Oh man.
Yeah. So for that $10, you get all the other stuff we mentioned. Plus, you go into like the raffle where someone randomly is picked for each issue to actually get your face in the comic and be a character in the comic. And whatever happens to you is up to us, I guess. So it's exciting. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster, in dealing with all the printing costs and stuff as far as right now. But hopefully, with enough support and enough people that get interested in wanting to read the content, I think we'd be able to really, the main thing is I just really want to make a quality product to give out to people. Something that I've always wanted to make, something that I've always wanted to see happen on page, and just hopefully people like it. That's all I really care about.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun and challenging for me because with our three main characters, so I'm like, okay, so I'm writing for an African American man, a Japanese man, and an African American woman. And I'm not any of those people. So I'm like, okay, you remember I said to you, I was like, I'm going to try to talk like, hip hop, but if it's like offensive or totally wrong, just correct me. because I have no idea.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. I'll make sure that I'll make sure that we're represented correctly. So.
You got a pretty good Aussie accent, though.
Oh, I mean,
give us a bit of the Aussie accent.
Well, from listening to you for a little bit of time, I mean, I can kind of do somewhat of an accent. I mean, yours is like a little bit different from the British, but I mean, I can't really do it too well.
That's really good, man. That's really awesome.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's all right, but
it's really good, man. It's much better than my American. Hey, dude, how's it going, man? Yeah, no, it's terrible. It's like an Aussie Keanu Reeves. Whoa.
Oh, what was it from Bram Stoker's Dracula? You know, that came on TV not too long ago. It was like yesterday.
I saw that the other night. Yeah, that was on here.
Hilarious. Oh my god.
Oh, his British accent is terrible in that. Oh, that was so bad, man. I didn't notice it the first time I watched, but when it was on TV, I was like, oh. It's like, couldn't somebody say to him, like, they should have just said, let's just rewrite the character as American, because he can't do accents. Poor old Keanu Reeves.
That movie was really, really good. Like the visuals and like the use of color and stuff. Like when I first watched it, I was like, what was it like? It came out in 1994, so I was probably like, I don't even know. I was like really young, but I had no idea what the hell was going on. That was when you'd have to rent VHS tapes from like supermarkets to actually watch videos.
Oh, I remember those days.
Yeah. And some of you guys out there probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, there would be like in the supermarket, there'd be an entire section, probably about as big as like the florist section or like the deli, maybe even bigger, with like nothing but VHS tapes. And you go in there and you'd have to rent it out. It's like such a huge, long process. You have to get a card, like almost like a library card. It's not like now, like you just go to the Red Box and just like put a buck in and like they just give you the video like nothing. But
yeah,
we rented that, and I had no idea what the hell was going on. My mom had to like cover my eyes when the naked ladies came out of the bed and stuff. It was like really violent. She was just like, just go in the other room. Yeah, I was like, okay. I really had no idea what the hell was going on. It was wild, but watching it now, I was like, this movie's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about the VHS. I know we totally got off topic with the topic, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
You know, with VHSs, I remember that because when, like, you know, you guys got like cable TV with like the American wrestling. I was really into the American wrestling, but did not have cable TV, and the only time that you could ever see any American of wrestling, like Steve Austin and The Rock and all that, right. I think it was the 1 hour highlight show that was on at 3 a.m. on like a Tuesday night. So what I would do is I would get a 4-hour VCR. I would set my timer for 1 a.m. I would put in the 4-hour VCR and start recording, so that last hour would be the show.
Wow.
But because it was so late, sometimes it would get pushed further back. So I would lose like the last 20 minutes, and I'm like, I want to see Triple H cripple Steve Austin, but it's been cut off and I can't see it now.
Oh yeah. 1998, man. That was like 1998, 1999 was like the pinnacle of WWE success, man. It was insane. Everybody was into wrestling. Everybody. It was just so much more entertaining. I mean, it was just like a really good soap opera. Yeah.
Well, I guess they don't have any competition now, do they? Well, not any serious competition, so...
No.
Anyway, we should... So yeah, this old comic should be coming out soon. Next issue will be free to download for all you guys. Right. Until then, if you want to go check out the Patreon account, there's like... You can see like images from the very first issue, which is still available to buy. That one I wasn't the writer for, that was a different writer. And it was kind of like a prologue that sort of links in to issue 2. But anyway, you'll understand when you see it.
We might as well just call it like issue 1, part 1, and issue 1, part 2 when we come out the other one.
Yeah, especially in part 2, how you see it sort of links in with the... Anyway, but yeah, people will see. They'll get it when they see it.
Oh, man.
So in the meantime, guys, if you want to check out the Patreon account, and if you feel like donating, fine. If not, you don't have to, of course. And don't worry, this isn't going to be something I'm going to be plugging all the time. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to meet Winston, because a lot of you guys know him from his music and his artwork, and he's done a lot of the cat avatar pictures for me. That was great.
That was a fun draw. That was a really fun draw.
Yeah, well, that's sort of because neither of us could like afford to like get paid or anything at the moment, so we're just sort of doing a trade. Winston's like, yeah, I could draw like avatars of your cat as payment for the scripts. So I'm like, sure, that's a good deal.
Whatever works, man. Whatever works.
Totally. So all the links in the description are for that, and for also your associates, Winston, that you mentioned, their DeviantArt pages. I'll link them below. So thanks for watching, everyone, and until next time, I will see you guys in the comments.